to Sharks TV for our round 12 preview for our game against Canberra side Queanbeyan. I'm here with Senior Assistant Coach Brad Moore. Brad, welcome to Sharks TV again.
Yeah, thanks mate. Good
Long time between drinks for you.
It's been a while.
Brad, we're coming off, I suppose, a disappointing loss against Aspley. What have we done different on the track this week?
Oh, look, we've just gone back to what we were trying to do earlier on in the year that we probably fell down against Aspley. In particular, the way we work the ball from defence into our forward setups as well. How we spread from contests. Just a general transition play where we probably weren't as good as we'd like to have been last week. And so we've just gone back to those basics that was working for us really well earlier in the year as well.
And would I be correct in saying we've probably done a little more, I suppose, contested stoppages, things?
Yeah, look, definitely. It's an area of our game that we really pride ourselves on is the contested ball. We've been reasonably good over that, even though we haven't been able to get a win over the last couple of weeks. But we still think there's just small little areas that if we can improve 5 to 10%, then the games like last week we're probably going to put ourselves in a better position to be able to win those games as well.
Have we addressed that lapse of concentration for the 10-minute period or so that seems to cost us in our losses?
Yeah, look, it's been a bit of a focus this week because in the past there's been a few games where we've been able to leak goals and a lot of them, or more than we would like to leak in quick succession. So it's been addressed by the players, and we're coming up with some strategies that we think that are going to work for us. So if a team does get a little bit of a run on, then we're going to be able to counteract that as well.
Fantastic. Now we've got Queanbeyan this week. We know a little bit about them. Last week they had a tough encounter against Hills Eagles. They only went down by 9 points. But they've got some fairly decent midfielders. Yeah,
look, definitely. They've got some high-quality players that we're fully aware of. We've seen some bit of vision of how they played. And like you said, last week's game was quite a tight tussle against the Hills Eagles. So we're expecting a pretty physical game from them up here. And we're preparing ourselves for, again, another contested ball focused area. And hopefully our boys can respond and pick up the win after a couple of weeks without that win on the board.
Fantastic. Well, let us take you through the team that's nominated to take on Queanbeyan this week. And from the back line, we start with Hill, Headland and Burton in the back line. Across the half back line, Todd Grayson, Wade Mills and Jake Keller. A fairly strong back six, and we're expecting a lot from them.
Yeah, very much so. Unfortunately, Benny Headland, through personal issues, was unable to play last week, and he leaves a big hole when he's not in the side. He's been fantastic this year, so he's going to be a great asset back to that back six. And Berto's been good. He's slowly found form. He's been thrown around from forward to midfield, and now he's down back, and he did a great job last week against Aspley. So he's fitting well with that back six, but as has always been the case, the back six work really well together, and we're expecting another good game from them again this weekend.
Fantastic. Across the centre line, we have Zach Callanan, Callan Geary and Dylan Troutman. Now Zach, through good form in the Quaffle, comes in for his NEAFL, I suppose, first game of NEAFL for 2014.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably an exciting time for Zach. He's been doing everything right this year, particularly the last probably 3 to 4 weeks. Not just at the Quaffle, but he's been playing a lot with the Gold Coast Suns, so he's been actually playing at the level, and he's been performing really well at the level as well. So he'll get his opportunity, and the way he's been training on the training track as well, we're sure he's going to be able to give us some good drive off that wing as well.
Fantastic. Okay, forward line. Ben Wales, Jake Goldsmith, Fraser Pope, Adam Clark, Josh Baxter and Eddie Mellon. We've sort of mixed a few things up there in the forward line, haven't we?
Yeah, look, we're going a little bit smaller, a little bit more mobile. Unfortunately, Mitchy Brewer is pulled up sore, and we're gonna lose him for a few weeks through injury. So it just leaves Jake Goldsmith and Joshy Baxter as our key focus, or key targets, I should say, and a lot of smalls. Adam Clark came in for his first game, probably a little bit premature than we would have liked, but he performed quite well, and we're expecting him to find his feet again this weekend. So Wells and Eddie Milan. Eddie's really found some form over the last 2 weeks as well. So yeah, it's a more mobile forward line, a bit smaller with just the two key forwards, but we're expecting that to work in our favour this weekend.
Fantastic. Then we go into the rucks. We've got Will Wolbers, Mark Collison and Jason Burge. And Wolbers comes in, unfortunately, that that tragic injury to Big Mitch. But Will comes in, and he's a big fella, and he's very mobile, and we're expecting good things.
Yeah, well, exactly right. Like you said, it's unfortunate that Mitch has been is injured at the moment, but that provides an opportunity for Will, and Will's been just knocking on the door, playing great football with the Gold Coast Suns. We're getting great feedback from them when he's been playing for them as a top-up player. Has been performing really well in the ruck for them as well. So, look, yeah, unfortunately Mitch is out, but we're expecting Will to be able to fill those shoes and fill them quite comfortably. So it's exciting again. Like Zach at the Gold Coast Suns, I think will fit into the side quite well.
Absolutely, and at 202, is he 205 centimetres?
Very tall boy, very big boy. So in regards to getting his hand first on the ball at ruck contest, we're confident that he's going to be able to do that for our smalls, and who will get down to his feet, and hopefully we can do well at the stoppages.
Absolutely, giving us first use of the football, which is what we lacked against Aspley when Big Mitch went down. Was that first use? Yeah,
unfortunately, once Mitch went down, we were short because Kieran Brennan was a withdrawal before the game as well. Through an injury, which we're hoping is only about one more week for him. But Will will be there, and like I said, I think the midfielders will be looking forward to having a recognised ruckman who's going to be able to play out the game. Like you said, unfortunately, by quarter time last week, we were without that recognised ruckman.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
And we've named an extended bench, and the bench is to come from Darren Stewart, Ben Merritt, Tyler Cornish, Sam Haslam, Regan Salter, and Johnny McCanch. An extended bench there. Stewart did well last week. He was thrown around a bit, played ruck, and was very versatile. But he should hold his position.
Yeah, look, I think Darren will. He did really well. Again, it was his first game last week. So we've got to that point of the year where a lot of guys are getting their opportunity, and Darren did all he could last week to make sure that he'd probably get another run this week. Extended bench, where there's a few decisions we need to make after the training this evening, but the likes of Reggie Salter and Darren Stewart, you would think that they would probably hold their spot, but we've got a couple that we've got to make good decisions on this week.
Absolutely, and one of those being Tyler Cornish, who has had sensational form and held that in the NEAFL when playing with the Suns.
Oh, look, again, and this has been the great thing for us. Some of the guys who are getting their opportunity have actually still played at the level for the Gold Coast Suns, rather than just have to find their form in the quaffle. They've been given opportunities to play NEAFL footy still at senior level. So that's been great for us. It's a big positive for us, because we know that if they're playing good footy at the Gold Coast Suns, then they're up to the level. So those guys will get opportunities, and it's a matter of when those opportunities come their way that they need to grab hold of them.
Absolutely. Last question, and I've got to ask this, mate. Is it good to be back home? We've got 6 of the last 9 at home. The draw, although it doesn't get easier, it opens up a little bit. It's just good to be back home, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, look, there's a bit of excitement around this week just to be here. I mean, it's been a long time since we've been able to play on our own ground. I mean, our last home game was Brisbane Lions, but even that was played down at Broadbeach. So the boys are really looking forward to playing on their home ground, and I think the excitement that was around on Tuesday's training, and I'm sure it'll be there again this evening. Like you said, it's been a long time coming, but fortunately for us now, we've done the hard yards at the beginning of the year, and we get to finish the year with a lot of home games, and hopefully we can make the most of that.
Absolutely. Get around us, 12 p.m. this Saturday at Fankhauser Reserve. We take on Queanbeyan, Canberra side in round 12 of the NEAFL.